It can be shown that in the writings of Christopher Columbus, that he believed God had led him to America to establish the gospel and to evangelize those he would meet. How about those who came after Columbus? How about the early settlers? David Barton explains what they thought. Listen.
Now the court proceeded to go on from there. It went next to the people that followed after Columbus, because we had many individuals who came. They would stake land grants for their sovereigns, for France, for Holland, for Spain, for Britain. And before a colonist could arrive in America, he had to have the permission of that sovereign to set foot on the land. And that resulted in what were called land charters. Every colonist that arrived came under a land charter. He had to explain to the king why he wanted some of the king's land and what he was going to do with that land. And the U.S. Supreme Court pointed out what were in these land charters, the reasons given by the colonists, the reasons that they wanted to come to this continent. You start with the 1606 Virginia colony. The land charter says we want the land to deduce a colony in propagating the Christian religion and the true knowledge and worship of God. And if you go through every single land charter that existed, every land charter brought to America, you'll find the same thing. Right on up through 1620, and this is what the Supreme Court cited. 1620, the New England Charter said, we've come here to advance the enlargement of the Christian religion to the glory of God Almighty. And this is an amazing thing, for today we're told that the colonists came for economic gain, that they wanted to come here to get rich. That makes no sense. Let me propose to you the same offer they would have had. If you invest with me, if you'll come with me, I can guarantee you a 50 to 70% loss on your investment. That's nonsense. Who would do that? The first colony that came to America found it so rugged they all went home. The second colony that came, they never found a single survivor. The third colony that came, more than 50% were wiped out. The Jamestown colony lost more than half. The Pilgrims lost half their first year. The second year, only 60 survived out of 500. And these people came for economic gain? Not so. In their land charters, they explained why they came. They wanted to propagate the gospel of Jesus Christ on this continent.